When I think about our past, pain pierces me like sharp blades. Jack was my everything, my sun, my world. I met him when I was still very young and did not know that true love could be so terrible. He was charming, with a smile that could melt any heart. We got married after 2 years of dating, and I was sure that I had found my soulmate. But life has its dark side, which, unfortunately, I learned too early. The first cracks appeared when Jack began to be late at work more often. I said nothing, hoping it was just stress, but the feeling of restlessness grew every day. And then one day, when he came back late at night, I found traces of red lipstick on his shirt. I tried to understand what it could be. Maybe a bug? But deep down I knew it was the beginning of the end. Every time Jack laughed or tried to be gentle, it felt like another lie. I cried at night, and the feeling of betrayal did not let go. The more I tried to find out the truth, the more I realized that what I was experiencing had already become part of my reality. With each passing day, the feeling of betrayal grew heavier. I tried to control myself when Jack came home. We continued to pretend that everything was fine, that our relationship had not suffered a devastating blow. But his every touch, every look, seemed to me an illusion. I was torn between the desire to believe in the best and the need to accept the bitter truth. One evening, when Jack was late at work, I decided to check his phone. I knew it was wrong, but my curiosity and fear became overwhelming. When I opened the message, I saw a discussion that confirmed all my fears. The name Megan appeared in every line. Their conversations were filled with tender words that I had once heard from Jack when we were just lovers. Tears rolled down my cheeks and my heart was breaking with pain. I am amazed at how quickly and ruthlessly all this happened. Trying to keep my composure, I put my phone away and went for a walk in the park to clear my mind. Dusk was falling as I sat on a park bench watching the darkness engulf everything around me. All the sounds of the surrounding world merged into one. I felt like I was in a different reality. Everything I knew and loved seemed so far away and unreal. I told myself over and over that it was just a bad dream, but the painful realities were too strong. I remembered our first meeting. Jack came to me like a ray of sunshine in the dark. We laughed, shared our dreams and hopes, and now I saw how this love was broken into small pieces. My thoughts were dark and disturbing, but one thing was clear. I needed to find a way to deal with this pain. When I got home, Jack was already there. He greeted me with a smile that seemed fake to me. I decided to keep the mask of calm, even if there were storms raging inside me. We sat down at the table and had dinner in silence. He tried to be gentle, but I couldn't feel anything but disgust. After dinner, I went to the bedroom where our hugs became only mechanical. I tried not to think about what had happened, but every touch of his hands on my body only reminded me that he was no longer the man I knew and loved. I fell asleep with a heavy heart, hoping that this terrible nightmare would end, but I knew that it was only the beginning. When I woke up the next morning, I again felt a deep emotional disconnect. Jack continued to live his life as if nothing had happened. I tried to find a way to tell him what I knew, but the words stuck in my throat. I was afraid that it would only make things worse, or that he would not even realize that he had hurt me. My imagination conjured up scenarios in which I mustered up all my courage and told him what I had learned, but the reality was different. I was just trying to keep up appearances so I wouldn't let it be known that I was torn to pieces inside. My days became meaningless and empty. I lived between the darkness and the light, but neither part could hide the pain that filled me. Every morning was like a new chance to try to pretend it was still normal. I got up, smiled at Jack, cooked breakfast, but all these actions were just rituals that I performed automatically, as if I had lost all emotions. One day, I decided to take a walk around the city, hoping that new experiences might distract my mind a little. I went into stores, looked at the windows, but even this simple visit to the store could not take my mind from what I learned. My tears are invisible, but inside I was full of pity and sadness. After dinner, I came home to find Jack in our bedroom on the phone. I couldn't help but notice how his voice changed when he spoke to Megan. I tried to remain calm, but the pain inside me rose to an indescribable level. I could hardly stand it, not to burst into a scream. I went to the kitchen and started cooking dinner. My hands were shaking and I accidentally broke the plate. Pieces of porcelain flew across the floor, and I fell to my knees, burying my face in my hands. My tears flowed unceasingly, and every sound of a broken plate seemed to me a metaphor for my broken soul. When Jack entered the kitchen, he quickly noticed the broken plate and tried to calm me down. His touch was so wretchedly distant that I felt even more cold coming over me. He tried to be gentle, but his efforts only reminded me of how he interacted with Megan. The feeling of betrayal was so strong that I could no longer hold on. "I need to be alone," I said, my tone filled with bitterness that I tried to hide. I went to our bedroom and closed the door, but I couldn't calm down. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, and every sound I heard seemed to me to be part of some terrible dream. I decided to do something I always put off. I wrote a letter to Jack. I tried to express everything I felt, but words seemed insufficient. I described my feelings of betrayal, broken faith, and the pain I felt every day. I sealed the letter and put it on the kitchen table, hoping that Jack would understand how much he had hurt me. When Jack read the letter, I saw his face turn pale and full of guilt. He tried to apologize, but it was too late. I felt my soul being torn apart as I watched him try to save what could no longer be returned. The relationship between us became even more tense. Jack tried to win my heart again, but I could no longer believe his words. His promises and remorse were empty and could not fill the void that had formed inside me. My nights became sleepless. I woke up with memories and pain, and nothing could soothe my broken dreams. My heart was full of disappointment and sadness. I knew that our relationship could not be the same as before. I was deeply affected and understood that even if I tried to rebuild our life, this pain will never leave me. I stood at a crossroads between wanting to leave everything behind and trying to save what was left. After Jack read my letter, his actions became even more meaningless. He kept trying to compensate for his betrayal with material things and romantic gestures, but it couldn't hide the huge gap that had formed between us. Every gift, every attempt to comfort me only reminded me of how deeply he had broken my trust. I spent a lot of time sitting alone in our bedroom, going through old photos and memories that once brought me joy. I cried looking at our happy moments, and every smile in the pictures seemed ironic to me. I asked myself how we could so quickly turn from a couple who promised each other eternal love to two strangers. One evening, when Jack came home from another day at work, he brought me a large bouquet of roses. But even this beautiful gesture could not compensate for the gap that separated us. I took the flowers and placed them on the kitchen table, ignoring his attempts to get a reaction from me. He sat down next to him and started talking about how much he regrets it, how hard it is for him to live with the guilt. I was silent. Words could not express the pain that gripped my soul. His words seemed empty and unnecessary. I didn't know what to do next. I felt how my emotional state became like a living sea that captures everything around and does not let go. Then I decided to find a way to deal with my emotions. I made an appointment with a psychologist, hoping that it would help me figure out how to continue living with this pain. The first lesson was difficult. I sat trying to talk about my grief, and every time I spoke, tears flooded my eyes. My psychologist, Miss Johnson, listened to me with great sympathy and patience. Between sessions, I felt that talking to Miss Johnson helped me see the situation from a different perspective. She helped me understand that I have a right to my feelings and that it is important to find a way to recover. But even with her help, every day at home was like a battle with inner demons. My heart was torn between wanting to save our relationship and needing to escape the constant pain. I kept thinking about Megan, and the thought of how Jack could be with another woman tore me apart. It was a constant struggle with the shadows of the past. One day, after another meeting with Miss Johnson, I decided to talk to Jack about the possibility of a divorce. It was difficult, but I knew I had to give voice to my feelings. I sat down next to him and, gathering all my courage, started a conversation. "Jack, I can't live like this anymore," I began, trying to keep my voice calm even though I was seething inside. "I can't live with the feeling that you betrayed me anymore. I can't be with you like before. I think we need to break up." His face contorted in shock and pity. He tried to make excuses and convince me that everything could be fixed, but I could no longer listen to his words. My soul was tired of trying to restore what was irretrievably destroyed. When I told Jack about my decision, he started to cry. It was a scary scene. He was overcome with despair, and I could see how real his emotions were, but this could not change my decision. I knew it was the only right thing for me. I packed my things and started planning my new life without him. It was hard to leave, but I felt it was necessary for my mental health. Every day was hard, every step seemed gigantic. But I knew I had to find new strength in myself to move forward and rebuild my life. Saying goodbye to Jack was hard. Every moment we looked at each other was a reminder of how much we had and how it had all been destroyed. His tears and pleas for forgiveness could not move me. I felt my heart grow cold and heavy, as if every part of my being was filled with bitterness. While collecting my things, I came across our old joint photos, letters, and souvenirs. Each item was a reminder of how happily we lived before it all came crashing down. I put them in boxes, feeling my heart break with each memory that arises. I tried not to think about how hard it would be without him, and focused on what I needed to do to start a new life. Moving to a new apartment was a revolution in my life. Every corner of the new space reminded me of how my world had changed. My hands were covered in scratches from packing and carrying boxes, but the pain wasn't just physical. I felt my heart shrink from longing and sadness. The first few nights in the new apartment were terrible. I would wake up in the middle of the night, reliving the moments when everything was still good. There was no one around to give support or hugs, and every sound in the new house seemed terrifying to me. Over time, I began to get used to my new life. I visited a few new places, started to pick up old hobbies, and even joined a local book club. It was important to regain a part of myself that I had lost. With new people and a new environment, I struggled to find my way to my new identity. However, thoughts of Jack and Megan stayed with me. I tried to focus on my self-recovery, but every time I saw a couple of happy people or heard stories about love, my soul sank into sadness. One day I received a message from an old friend. She found out about my divorce and decided to write me words of support. Her sincere and warm words reminded me that I am not alone in this world. They became a consolation for me at the moment when I was on the verge of despair. We started talking more often, and she helped me see that life goes on even after great loss. Her support has been an indispensable part of my recovery. I began to believe in myself again and in the possibility of finding happiness without Jack. Over time, I began to feel stronger and more confident. I continued to work on myself, and it brought results. I began to accept myself, my mistakes and experiences. Each day became a step towards recovery, although the memory of Jack was still a part of my thoughts. One day I decided to go to a concert where I managed to meet new people. Communication with them and new experiences gave me a feeling of new beginnings. I wasn't ready for a new romantic relationship, but these new acquaintances helped me get back to normal life. A few months passed, and I started to feel more optimistic again. My work, new hobbies, and the support of friends helped me find a new meaning in life. I learned to find joy in simple things and learned to laugh again. However, sometimes I still stop and think about how my life has changed and how hard it was to go through this pain. I understand that this recovery process is not over yet, and that I need to continue working on my inner world. Over time, I began to realize that my experience with Jack, although painful, gave me a lot of value. I learned to value myself and my needs more. I have become wiser and stronger because of all the hardships I have experienced. My memories of our life together will remain a part of me, but now I see them as part of the past that I left to find new happiness. I am learning to live without fear of the future and to open new horizons that previously seemed unattainable. Every time I celebrated some important moment in my new life, I still felt the presence of the past. I was happy with the new achievements, but inside there was a part of me that remained sad. For example, when I got a promotion at work, I felt proud. But then I was overwhelmed by the memory of how Jack always supported me in such moments. I understood that it would take a long time for me to get used to life without him. Sometimes, when I looked at the old photos that still remained in my new home, I felt that unpleasant emptiness again. I remembered how Jack made me surprises and how we dreamed about our future together. Now I understood that these memories are idealized and that real life can be much more complicated than what we imagined. One day, when I was going to the supermarket, I happened to meet Jack. I was overcome with excitement when I saw him, and I tried to stay calm. We greeted each other coldly, and he tried to start a conversation about how his life had changed. It seems that he too was trying to move forward, but his words were full of regret. It reminded me of how difficult it was for both of us. I realized that, although I do not want to return to the past, his presence in my life will remain until the end. After meeting Jack, I felt the need for some time for myself. I went on a short trip to the mountains where I could spend time alone with nature. This trip was my way to regain mental balance and find inner peace. There, amidst the majestic mountain scenery, I felt my mind clear. I was able to immerse myself in the peace of nature and find strength that I had lost a long time ago. I realized that only I can determine what my life will look like in the future. After returning home, I started implementing new plans that I had been putting off for a long time. I started volunteering at a local homeless shelter. Helping others gave me a sense of purpose and satisfaction that I couldn't find in the past. I met new people, and it helped me expand my horizons and find new sources of joy. My new rhythm of life became more stable, but there were still moments of weakness. I continued to feel doubts and fears when I thought about the possibility of a new relationship. I was afraid of repeating mistakes and betrayal, but I knew that I could not let my past determine my future. After a while, I met a new man at one of the social events I attended. His name was Michael, and he was attentive and responsive. We started talking and sharing our stories. With Michael, I felt that I could be myself and talk openly about my past without fear of judgment. Our relationship developed slowly and carefully, and I was grateful for every moment we spent together. Michael helped me believe that love can be something new and positive, and not just a repetition of past mistakes. Although this new phase of life with Michael was full of joy, I still had my inner fears. I often remembered the past and felt the need for self-discovery and self-improvement. I continued to work on myself, attending therapy and engaging in personal development. Every day I learned something new about myself and how important it is to be honest with myself. My relationship with Michael became not only a new beginning, but also a chance for me to grow and change for the better. Over time, I felt that I had fully recovered and was ready to move forward. My relationship with Michael became stronger, and I began to look to the future with hope. I was grateful that I went through all the difficulties and found a way to new happiness. I realized that I cannot change the past, but I can determine my future. My journey from pain to recovery has been challenging, but it has led me to new possibilities and a deeper understanding of myself. Michael and I started planning our future together. I felt that my soul had finally found peace and I was ready for new adventures. We traveled together, created new memories, and made plans for the long term. My history with Jack has become a part of the past, but it has helped me become stronger and wiser. I knew that there could still be difficulties ahead, but now I was ready to meet them with new strength and faith in myself. Michael and I went on a trip to the ocean where we spent time on the beach enjoying the sun and sea. It was like a new beginning for both of us. I felt that I had finally found a place where I could be happy, and that place was with Michael. We talked about our future and how important it is to be honest and open with each other. This trip became important for us, and we decided that we will continue together, supporting each other in all difficulties and joys. After I returned home, I felt that my life had acquired new colors. I could remember the past without feeling pain and sadness, but rather with understanding and gratitude. I learned to appreciate every moment and see the beauty in every day. Michael and I continued to build our life together, and I knew that our journey would be filled with joy and challenges, but now I was ready to face any challenges with faith and hope. Michael and I began to discuss more serious plans for the future. One evening, sitting on the balcony of our apartment watching the sunset, he unexpectedly asked if I ever wanted to get married. This question struck me, and I felt my heart quicken its rhythm. I knew that Michael had become an important part of my life, but the thought of marriage was both exciting and scary. I took a few days to think about his question. My past experiences still echoed in my mind, and I was afraid of being in a situation where I might be betrayed again. I went for a walk in the park, where I found peace and clarity. I felt that I was ready to make a decision that would determine our future together. When I got home, I found Michael waiting for me with a gentle smile. I decided to talk frankly with him about my fears and worries. He listened to me with patience and understanding, and that helped me feel that I could trust him. We agreed that we would support each other and work on our relationship together. Michael and I continued to plan our future together. I began to feel that this is a true partnership where we support each other in all aspects of life. I learned to be open and honest with him, and he, in turn, showed me that love can be real and genuine. After a few months, our relationship became even stronger. I got new opportunities in my career and decided to realize my dream of opening my own small business. Michael supported me in this endeavor, and his support gave me confidence. My new business began to bear fruit, and I felt that my life had finally come to a state of harmony. I saw the fruits of my labor and saw how I was able to recover from all the difficulties that were in my way. Despite all the joys and achievements, sometimes I still felt longing. I thought about Jack and how he betrayed my trust. But now these memories were not as painful as before. I learned to look at them as part of my learning process and realized that they helped me become who I am today. One day, Michael suggested I go on a romantic trip to Paris. It was his idea to celebrate one of our important achievements. I was touched by his concern and looked forward to this weekend. Paris was great. We walked along the banks of the Seine, visited museums, and enjoyed food in small cafes. Every moment was full of joy and tenderness. It was a trip that allowed us to deepen our mutual understanding and create new memories that we will cherish for a lifetime. On one of the evenings in Paris, Michael proposed to me. He chose the most romantic spot on the banks of the Seine, and when he got down on one knee and showed me the engagement ring, my eyes filled with tears. I said yes, and it was a moment I will never forget. After returning home, we started preparations for the wedding day. It was a new stage in our life, and I felt excitement and joy. I knew it would be a new beginning, and I was ready for it with all my heart. After the wedding trip, life with Michael became even more full and joyful. We created a comfortable home and began to plan our future together. We had more time for each other, and we used this time to strengthen our relationship and enjoy every moment together. However, life was not always perfect. One day, when we were planning to celebrate our wedding anniversary, I learned that my mother was seriously ill. It was a heavy blow for me, and I felt old fears and anxieties coming back again. I turned to Michael for support, and his care and love helped me through this difficult period. My mother had an operation, and I was with her in the hospital every day. Michael supported me by providing everything I needed, and for that I was infinitely grateful to him. I felt that our love grew stronger as we went through these difficult times together. After my mother recovered, we decided to have a small family gathering to celebrate her recovery. It was a wonderful moment for our family, and I was glad to be able to share this joy with Michael. We returned to normal life, but I felt that my perception of the world had changed. I began to appreciate more the moments of happiness and gratitude for everything I have. I knew that we had gone through many trials and were able to create a happy and harmonious life. However, I still carried some of the pain and sadness from the past. Sometimes these memories came back, and I tried to deal with them to prevent them from ruining my present life. I continued to work on myself and my self-esteem. One day, while walking in the park, I ran into an old friend whom I had not seen for many years. We sat down together and discussed our past, and I felt that talking about old times helped me better understand myself and how I had changed. Over time, I learned to accept my past as part of my life, but not let it control my present. I focused on building a happy life with Michael and continuing to pursue my dreams and goals. Our work and new hobbies have become an important part of our lives. Michael and I decided to work together on new projects and open up new opportunities for development. It helped us maintain balance and joy in our lives. Despite all the joys and achievements, I still sometimes felt afraid of the future. I was afraid that the old problems might return, but Michael was always there, supporting and reassuring me. His presence helped me overcome these fears and believe in myself again. We decided to take part in a joint project that included volunteering in the local community. It gave us the opportunity to work together on something meaningful and help others. This experience brought us even closer and gave us a sense of purpose. Every day I felt how our life is becoming more and more full and harmonious. I celebrated all the achievements and enjoyed every moment spent with Michael. We have become a real team that supports each other in all aspects of life. However, despite all the joy, I sometimes felt longing for the old days. I looked back on my experiences and the challenges I went through and realized that they had become part of who I was. I learned to appreciate my past as part of my journey. Every year, our relationship only became stronger. We overcame difficulties and celebrated successes together, and this helped us create a strong and lasting bond. I was grateful that I found a person with whom I can build my life. After a few years together, Michael and I decided to have a baby. It was an important event in our lives, and we were looking forward to a new phase of our life together. We began to prepare for the arrival of a child and rejoice at the prospect of becoming parents. During pregnancy, I felt new emotions and experiences. It was a time when I once again thought about my past and how far I had come. I was grateful for everything I experienced because it helped me become a better person and ready for a new stage of life. Finally, the big event came. We became parents of a healthy and happy child. It was the most happiness I have ever felt. Our life was filled with new emotions and joys, and I was infinitely grateful that I was able to go through all the difficulties and find such a beautiful part of my life. With a new member of our family, our life has become even more full and happy. Together we rejoiced at every moment and every achievement of our child. I was grateful that I was able to build such a happy life and become part of a new family. Life with Michael and our child was the best gift I could have received. We continued to go through all the challenges together and enjoy each day. I felt that I had found my true happiness and harmony. Our life together continued to be full of joy and love. I was grateful that I was able to create a happy family and find true happiness after all the difficulties and pain. I knew that our path would continue, and I was ready to accept all the new challenges and joys that the new days would bring. Our wedding was beautiful. We celebrated with loved ones and friends, and this day became a symbol of our new beginning. I was happy that I was able to find love and support again, and that my life became filled with joy and meaning. Now, looking back at everything I've been through, I feel proud that I was able to overcome all the difficulties and find my place in the world. My path has been filled with pain and sorrow, but it has also been filled with the discovery of new opportunities and joys. Michael and I are building our future together. We support each other and enjoy every moment of our life together. I know that we still have many challenges ahead of us, but I am sure that we will be able to overcome them together. I remember all the difficult moments with gratitude because they taught me to appreciate true love and happiness. My story is a confirmation that even after the greatest difficulties, you can find a way to joy and true happiness. I knew that our path would continue, and I was ready to accept all the new challenges and joys that the new days would bring. Life in our family has become more organized and calm. We enjoyed every moment we spent together and set new goals for ourselves. Michael and I planned the future of our child, trying to create the best conditions for her to grow and develop. Every day brought new joys and challenges. I often remembered how difficult it was to find stability and happiness after all the hardships I had experienced. But now, looking at Michael and our child, I felt that my life had acquired a real meaning. One evening, I found time to reflect on my past. I sat in our living room looking through old photos and remembering how much has changed in my life. It was hard to believe that I once experienced such betrayal and pain, but now I knew that it was all part of my path to true happiness. Michael noticed that I was a little focused and asked if everything was okay. I shared my thoughts and emotions with him. He listened to me with great care and support. His words and actions confirmed to me that our life together has become an important part of my happiness and stability. We decided to make a small holiday for our family. It was a special day when we celebrated our happy life and the fact that we were able to create such a harmonious family. It was a celebration that gave us the opportunity to feel how much we have achieved together. Over time, Michael and I began to think about new plans for the future. We discussed the possibility of expanding our business and improving conditions for our child. These plans filled our lives with new hopes and ambitions. We actively worked on our projects and reached new heights. It was an interesting and exciting time when we together led our business to new successes. We rejoiced at every achievement and supported each other in all matters. However, sometimes we also faced difficulties and challenges. Advantages and achievements were not always easy, but together we overcame all problems. Our partnership and support for each other have become the most valuable aspects of our lives. I often thought about my past and how hard it was to find true happiness. I was grateful that I was able to go through all the difficulties and find love and support in Michael. His presence in my life has become the most important gift. Every year, I felt how our life became more and more rich and happy. Michael and I continued to build our future together and enjoy each new day. I knew that together we would be able to overcome any challenges and reach new heights. After several years of stable living, we decided to travel the world to discover new horizons and be inspired by new cultures. It became a new experience for us, which gave us the opportunity to deepen our understanding of the world and each other. Our travels brought us many new impressions and memories. We visited many wonderful places and met many interesting people. This experience helped us understand each other better and strengthen our relationship. After returning home, we felt that our life had become even more rich and meaningful. We continued to work on our projects and consult with each other. This period brought us new opportunities and successes. I continued to focus on my personal development and career. I was grateful for all the opportunities I received and tried to use them to improve my life and the life of our family. Our life has become filled with new, joyful events and achievements. We celebrated every important moment and supported each other in all aspects of life. I was grateful that I was able to find true love and happiness. However, sometimes I still thought about my past. There were moments when I felt pain and sadness, but I learned to accept them as part of my life. I knew it helped me become a better person and better appreciate what I have now. Michael and I continued to go through all the challenges together and enjoy every moment. We were devoted to each other and supported our shared dreams and goals. It was a time when our life became a real celebration. We decided to invest in a new project that has become an important part of our lives. It was a new opportunity for us to realize our ambitions and help others. We worked on this project together and with great enthusiasm. The project gave us the opportunity to realize our ideas and dreams. We felt that together we could reach any heights and implement any plans. It was a new beginning and a new stage in our lives. Over time, our project bore fruit, and we were grateful for all the achievements and successes. We continued to work on new ideas and improve our plans. It was a time when our life became even richer and happier. Michael and I continued to build our future together. We rejoiced at each new achievement and supported each other in all aspects of life. I felt that our partnership became a real source of joy and support. Our life continued to be full of new opportunities and joys. We enjoyed every moment together and celebrated all important events. I was grateful that I was able to find true happiness and love in my life. After several years of living together, Michael and I decided to take a break from our daily routines. We went to a quiet resort where we were able to recharge and enjoy time with each other. It was a wonderful period for us to feel harmony and peace again. Our vacation at the resort gave us new energy and inspiration. We returned home with new ideas and plans, ready for new achievements and challenges. It was a time when we reaffirmed our commitment to each other and our shared goals. We continued to work together on new projects and maintain our relationship. Our life became full of joy and gratitude for the fact that we were able to build such a happy and harmonious life. I felt that I had found my true mission and purpose. With each new year, our life became more and more stable and happy. We continued to overcome all difficulties together and celebrate successes. I was grateful that I was able to find true love and happiness, and I knew that our future would be full of new opportunities and joys. Over time, our life has become even richer and richer. We continued to work together on our projects and support each other. It was a period when we reaffirmed our love and commitment to each other. Michael and I continued to build our future together and enjoy every moment. Our life became a real celebration, and we were grateful for everything we were able to achieve together. I felt that I had found my true happiness and harmony. Our life became full of joy, love, and achievements. Together, we overcame all difficulties and celebrated all important moments. I was grateful that I was able to find such a wonderful person as Michael and create a happy life with him. After everything we went through, I felt that our life had become a real gift. Together we created a happy and harmonious family, and I knew that our future would be full of new opportunities and joys. I was grateful for every day I spent with Michael and for everything we were able to achieve together. We started planning new stages of our life together. Michael and I discussed the possibility of expanding our family and thought about how we can further strengthen our relationship. It was a time when our life became even richer and full of new opportunities, that our life has become a real holiday, full of joy and inspiration. We supported each other in all endeavors and always found time to enjoy shared moments of happiness. I was grateful for all the moments we were able to experience together and for the support that Michael always gave me. One day I received news that my friend who had moved to another city a long time ago would come to visit. It was a special moment for me because I really missed our meetings and communication. We decided to organize a small celebration in her honor. When my friend came, we had a great time together. We reminisced about old times, shared our news, and laughed until we cried. This visit gave me the opportunity to feel once again the importance of true friendship and support. Michael was very supportive during this visit. He was talking to my girlfriend, and their friendship also became very close. I was grateful for the fact that he accepts my friends so well and supports all my social connections. After a friend's visit, Michael and I decided to take a vacation and spend time together in nature. It was a great opportunity for us to take a break from our daily routines and recharge our batteries. We went to a little-known resort where we were able to enjoy the peace and beauty of nature. Resting in nature gave us the opportunity to get even closer. We spent time in the fresh air, walked in picturesque places, and just enjoyed each other. It was a special and memorable time that we both appreciated. After returning home, we felt that our life became even more harmonious and balanced. We refocused on our joint plans and projects, and our partnership became even stronger. Every year we enjoyed our life more and supported each other in all aspects. I was grateful that I found such a wonderful partner as Michael, and that together we were able to create such a happy life. We continued to develop our business and work on new projects. It was a time when our ambitions and dreams became reality, and we could feel proud of what we were able to achieve together. Sometimes I felt nostalgic for the past and thought about how difficult it was to survive the betrayal and pain. But I knew that these difficulties helped me become stronger and better appreciate what I have now. I was grateful for all the lessons I learned along the way. Michael and I continued to celebrate all the important moments of our lives together. We rejoiced at every achievement and supported each other in all aspects. I felt that our partnership became a real source of happiness and stability. We were also active in volunteering and helping others. It became an important part of our lives and gave us the opportunity to do good things together. We were happy that we could help others and make the world a better place. Our volunteer projects have become a new source of inspiration and joy for us. We met many wonderful people and participated in various charity events. It was important to us, and we got a lot of satisfaction from being able to do something useful. Over time, Michael and I began to think about how we can further improve our lives and the lives of other people. We discussed new ideas and plans that could bring even more joy and benefit. Our life continued to be filled with new opportunities and achievements. We worked together on the implementation of our ideas and supported each other in all endeavors. I was grateful that I was able to find such support and love in my life. We celebrated important events and achievements, enjoying every moment together. I felt that our life had become a real celebration, and I was grateful for everything we were able to achieve together. Every year, our life became even richer and happier. Together, we overcame all difficulties and celebrated all important moments. I felt that I had found my true mission and purpose. Michael and I continued to grow our business together and work on new projects. We felt that together we could reach any heights and implement any plans. It was a time of new opportunities and new achievements. We also often spent time with our loved ones and friends. These moments were important to us, and we were happy to be together and support each other. I appreciated every meeting and every shared moment. Michael and I continued to build our future together and enjoy each day. We were grateful that we were able to find true love and happiness, and we knew that our lives would be full of new possibilities and joys. Our life became a real holiday, and we were grateful for all achievements and successes. We worked together on new plans and projects, and our partnership became even stronger. I felt that I had found my true place in this world. Over time, our plans and dreams became reality. We continued to celebrate all important moments together and support each other in all endeavors. I was grateful that I was able to find such a wonderful person as Michael and create a happy life with him. We went through all the challenges together and rejoiced at every achievement. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. I felt that I had found my true happiness and harmony, and I was grateful for all the lessons I learned along the way. Our life has become increasingly rich and full of new experiences. We continued to work together on new projects and support each other. I was grateful to have found such wonderful support and love in my life. Michael and I celebrated all the important moments of our lives together and enjoyed every day. We were grateful for all the achievements and successes we were able to achieve together. I felt that our life had become a real gift. With each new year, our life became even more stable and happy. Together, we overcame all difficulties and celebrated all important events. I was grateful that I was able to find true happiness and love in my life. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. We worked together on new plans and projects, and our partnership became even stronger. I felt that I had found my true place in this world. Michael and I continued to celebrate all the important moments of our lives together. We rejoiced at every achievement and supported each other in all endeavors. I was grateful that I was able to find such a wonderful person as Michael. Together, we planned new stages of our lives and dreamed of new achievements. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys, and I was grateful for all the moments of happiness that we were able to experience together. Michael and I continued to work together on new projects and support each other. We felt that together we could reach any heights and implement any plans. It was a time when our partnership became even stronger. Our life has become more and more rich and happy. We celebrated all important events together and rejoiced every day. I was grateful that I was able to find such a wonderful person as Michael. We continued to work together on new plans and projects. Our partnership has become a real source of inspiration and joy. I felt that our life had become a real gift. Every year we became closer and happier. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. I was grateful for all the moments of happiness and support that I received from Michael. Michael and I continued to build our future together and enjoy each day. Together, we overcame all difficulties and celebrated all important moments. I felt that I had found my true mission and purpose. Our life became full of new opportunities and achievements. Together, we supported each other in all endeavors and enjoyed every day. I was grateful to have found such a wonderful person as Michael. Michael and I continued to celebrate all important events and achievements together. We enjoyed every moment and supported each other in all aspects. I felt that our life had become a real holiday. Every year, our life became even richer and happier. We worked together on new projects and supported each other. I was grateful for all the moments of happiness and love that we were able to experience together. We celebrated all important events and achievements together. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. I felt that I had found my true place in this world and was grateful for all the moments of happiness. Michael and I continued to work together on new projects and support each other. Our partnership became even stronger, and together we overcame all difficulties and celebrated all important moments. I was grateful that I was able to find such a wonderful person. With each new year, our life became more and more stable and happy. We enjoyed every day together and supported each other in all endeavors. I felt that I had found my true mission and purpose. Our life became full of new opportunities and achievements. We worked together on new plans and projects. I was grateful for all the moments of happiness and support that I received from Michael. Michael and I celebrated all important events and achievements together. We enjoyed every moment and supported each other in all aspects. I felt that our life had become a real holiday. Every year, our life became even richer and happier. We worked together on new projects and supported each other. I was grateful for all the moments of happiness and love that we were able to experience together. Michael and I continued to celebrate all important events and achievements together. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. I felt that I had found my true place in this world. Every year, our life became more stable and happy. Together, we overcame all difficulties and celebrated all important moments. I was grateful that I was able to find true love and happiness in my life. Michael and I continued to build our future together and enjoy each day. We worked together on new projects and supported each other. I felt that our life had become a real gift. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. We celebrated all important moments and achievements together. I was grateful to have found such a wonderful person as Michael. Michael and I continued to work together on new projects and support each other. Our partnership became even stronger, and together we overcame all difficulties and celebrated all important moments. That our life has become a real holiday, full of joy and inspiration. We supported each other in all endeavors and always found time to enjoy shared moments of happiness. I was grateful for all the moments we were able to experience together and for the support that Michael always gave me. Our partnership has become even stronger. We continued to work on new projects, celebrate important events, and consult with each other about all aspects of our lives. I felt that I had found true love and happiness, and our relationship became a source of boundless joy for me. We were on the right track to achieve all our dreams and common goals. Every day with Michael brought new discoveries and joy. I felt that we became an inseparable team, able to overcome any obstacles. Our shared plans and dreams seemed more real than ever. I was grateful to have found a person with whom I can share my whole life. Michael and I began exploring new interests and hobbies together. We tried new sports, attended cultural events, and even started learning new languages. Each new experience became another page of our common history. The important events in our lives became even more meaningful because we shared them with each other. Our celebrations were full of laughter, joy, and unique moments that we will remember forever. Michael and I continued to plan our future together, considering all the possibilities that life offered us. Our plans have become more ambitious, and our dreams have become bigger. I felt that together with Michael, we can achieve anything we want. Our life became more and more stable and joyful. We supported each other in all endeavors and always found time to enjoy the moments together. I was grateful to have found such a wonderful person as Michael. We continued to celebrate our achievements and milestones. Each event was filled with emotions and joy, which we shared among ourselves. Our life became full of love and happiness, and I felt that I had found my true place. Michael and I became closer and happier every year. Together, we overcame all difficulties and celebrated all important events. I was grateful that I was able to find such a wonderful person and overcome all difficulties together with her. Our life continued to be filled with new opportunities and joys. Together, we planned new projects and dreamed of new achievements. I felt that our partnership is only getting stronger every day. Michael and I celebrated each milestone we reached and looked forward to each new day. We supported each other in all aspects of life and always found time for joint recreation and joy. Our life became full of happiness and love, and I felt that I had found my true purpose and place. Every day with Michael was full of emotions and joy that I will always keep in my heart. Michael and I continued to build our future together, celebrating every moment and overcoming every challenge. Our partnership became a true source of inspiration and joy, and I was grateful for all the moments of happiness we were able to experience together. Our life became full of new opportunities and achievements. We worked together on new projects and supported each other. I felt that our partnership was a real gift for both of us. Michael and I celebrated all important events and achievements together. Our life has become even more rich and happy. I was grateful to have found such a wonderful person to share my whole life with. Every year, our life became more stable and joyful. Together, we overcame all difficulties and celebrated all important moments. I felt that I had found my true place and was grateful for all the moments of happiness that we were able to experience together. Michael and I continued to work together on new projects and support each other. Our partnership became even stronger and we enjoyed every day together. I felt that I had found my true mission and purpose in life. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. We celebrated all important moments and achievements together. I was grateful that I found such a wonderful person as Michael and was able to share my whole life with him. Michael and I continued to celebrate all important events and achievements together. Our life became full of happiness and love, and I felt that I had found my true place in this world. Every year, our life became even richer and happier. We planned new projects together and supported each other. I was grateful for all the moments of happiness and love that we were able to experience together. Michael and I celebrated all important events and achievements together. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. I felt that I had found my true mission and purpose in life, and I was grateful for all the moments of happiness. Michael and I continued to work together on new plans and projects. Our partnership has become a real source of inspiration and joy. I felt that our life had become a real gift. Our life became full of new opportunities and achievements. Together we supported each other in all aspects and enjoyed every day. I was grateful to have found such a wonderful person as Michael. Michael and I continued to celebrate all the important moments and achievements together. Our life became full of joy and love. I felt that I had found my true place and was grateful for all the moments of happiness that we were able to experience together. With each new year, our life became more and more stable and happy. Together, we overcame all difficulties and celebrated all important events. I was grateful that I was able to find true love and happiness in my life. Michael and I worked together on new projects and supported each other. Our partnership became even stronger and we enjoyed each new day together. I felt that our life had become a real holiday. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. We celebrated all important moments and achievements together. I was grateful to have found such a wonderful person as Michael. Michael and I continued to build our future together and enjoy each day. We worked together on new projects and supported each other. I felt that I had found my true mission and purpose. Our life became full of new opportunities and achievements. We celebrated all important events together and enjoyed every moment. I was grateful for all the moments of happiness and love that we were able to experience together. Michael and I continued to celebrate all the important moments and achievements together. Our life has become even more rich and happy. I felt that I had found my true purpose in life and was grateful for all the moments of happiness. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. Together, we supported each other in all aspects and enjoyed every day. I was grateful to have found such a wonderful person as Michael. Michael and I continued to celebrate all the important moments and achievements together. Our life became full of happiness and love. I felt that I had found my true place and was grateful for all the moments of happiness that we were able to experience together. Michael and I experienced all the important moments of our lives together, celebrating each new victory and rejoicing in each achievement. Our life was full of happiness and love, and I felt that our relationship became even stronger. Together we supported each other in all matters, and every day was a new chance for us to be happy. We continued to plan our future together, considering new possibilities and dreams. I was grateful that I found Michael and that we could share these moments together. Our life became more and more rich and happy. Together we celebrated important events, celebrated achievements, and rejoiced at each new day. I felt that our partnership became a real source of joy and inspiration. Every year, our relationship became even stronger. We worked together on new projects, supported each other, and always found time for joy. I was grateful that with Michael, our life became full of happiness and love. Michael and I continued to celebrate all important events and achievements together. Our life has become even more saturated and joyful. I felt that I had found my true place in this world and was grateful for all the moments of happiness that we were able to experience together. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. Together, we planned new projects, celebrated important events, and enjoyed every moment. I was grateful to have found such a wonderful person as Michael. Michael and I went through all the important moments of our lives together. Our partnership became even stronger, and we enjoyed each new day together. I felt that I had found true love and happiness, and it filled my life with meaning. Our life became full of new opportunities and achievements. We celebrated all important events together and enjoyed every moment. I was grateful for all the moments of happiness and love that we were able to experience together with Michael. Michael and I continued to work together on new projects and celebrate all important events. Our life has become even more rich and happy. I felt that I had found my true purpose and place in this world. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. We planned new projects together and supported each other in all matters. I was grateful that I found Michael and was able to share all these moments of happiness with him. Michael and I celebrated all important moments and achievements together. Our life has become even more saturated and joyful. I felt that our partnership became a real source of inspiration and happiness. With each new year, our life became more and more stable and joyful. Together, we supported each other and celebrated all important events. I was grateful to have found such a wonderful person as Michael. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. We planned new projects together and supported each other. I felt that I had found my true mission and purpose in life, and this brought me great happiness. Michael and I continued to celebrate all important events and achievements together. Our life became full of love and happiness, and I felt that I had found my true place. Every day with Michael was a real holiday. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. We celebrated all the important moments together and enjoyed every moment. I was grateful to have found such a wonderful person as Michael. Michael and I continued to plan our future together and celebrate all the important events. Our life has become even more rich and happy. I felt that I had found my true purpose in life. Our life became full of new opportunities and achievements. Together, we supported each other in all matters and rejoiced every day. I was grateful that I was able to find true love and happiness in my life. Michael and I continued to celebrate all important events and achievements together. Our life became full of joy and love, and I felt that I had found my true place in this world. Every day with Michael was filled with happiness. Our life became full of new opportunities and joys. We planned new projects together and celebrated all the important moments. I felt that I had found my true purpose and place in life, and this brought me great happiness. Michael and I continued to work together on new projects and celebrate all important events. Our life has become even more saturated and joyful. I was grateful that I found such a wonderful person as Michael, and for all the moments of happiness that we were able to experience together. Michael and I continued to celebrate every important moment in our lives. Every day was filled with joy and love, and I was grateful for all the happy moments we could experience together. But in the depths of my soul, I felt anxious because we could not bypass the darkness of the past that hung over us. I couldn't ignore that voice inside me that still asked if we could ever really recover from everything that had happened. Michael, although he tried to make everything look perfect, he could not change what happened in our lives. I began to understand that some scars will never heal. Michael again became a shadow in my life. I noticed how his attention became less and less, and so did his love. Sometimes his actions struck me as cold and distant, even when he tried to be caring. I began to feel that our relationship was becoming just a memory of what it once was. After long thoughts and serious conversations, I realized that I can no longer live in the shadow of what happened. I decided to open a new page in my life. She decided to find her inner strength and restore herself. Michael, although he tried to change the situation, realized that he could not turn back time. We decided to go our separate ways, and it was one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make. But I knew that it had to be done in order to find my true happiness. Michael remained an important part of my life, but I knew it was time to move on. My heart was breaking with pain, but at the same time I felt liberation. I started a new path, full of hope and determination to find my own place in the world. Although the memories of our relationship will always stay with me, I knew I could move forward and build my life again. The finale of our story was difficult but necessary. I made the decision that our relationship cannot determine my happiness. I was ready to look for new opportunities and joy in each new day because life goes on, and I was ready to accept this new path. After breaking up with Michael, I decided that I needed to find a way to reconnect with myself. I began to actively engage in self-discovery, attending trainings and seminars that helped me understand myself and what I really want from life. Every step along this path was full of difficulties, but also brought incredible relief and joy. My heart began to open again to new possibilities. I found new interests and hobbies that were unknown to me before. It gave me a new perspective on life and helped restore my inner balance. I began to feel alive and full of energy again. I have also made new friends who have supported me through this period of change. Their support and understanding helped me come to my senses and find my place in my new life. We shared joys and difficulties together. and I felt true friendship and unity. Michael remained in my life as a memory of what was. We maintained a good relationship and even met sometimes to talk. These meetings helped me realize that our separation was an important step on the way to personal growth and self-understanding. Over time, I began to feel that I could open myself up to love again. I was ready for a new relationship, but from a different place, from a place of inner strength and self-respect. I knew that the next relationship would be different, because I was different. I decided to share my experience with others through blogs and lectures. It helped me not only to find a new purpose, but also to support those who are going through similar difficulties. I felt that my experience could be useful for others, and it brought me great pleasure. My new life was full of new beginnings and joyful moments. I learned to appreciate every day and find happiness in simple things. My heart felt lighter, and I felt more joy in life than I could have ever imagined.